Hey everybody, how's it going? Got some new Clone Evolution content for you tonight. And I got some crap in my eyes and I can't see. It's stinging like a bitch. Ugh. I tried rinsing it out using a towel. I don't know if it's sweat getting in or some grease. Just finished eating breakfast and wiped my eye by accident. Well, that sucked. But anyways, today I'm going to be showing you guys some more stuff in the arena, and I got a whole bunch of those Father's Day tokens saved up, and I forgot to put the game on full screen because I can't fucking see it. Alright, so today let's begin with some arena battles. Oh, I sure hope my eyes get better before this is done because it's stinging really bad. Oh. Oh, that's a little better. Now, I think the only other viewer questions I was supposed to cover in today's episode was just the arena battle stuff. So hopefully I can get that shit done. Today on the vape menu, got some more white rhino and cannabis oil. Very tasty combo. Alright, I'm still sitting under 1300, so let's try to get them up. Pep's back. If you guys remember my last video, Pep was helping me make higher levels. But yeah, one of the viewers is pointing out that he doesn't even like Clone Evolution, he's just watching the show to watch me vape. I was like, thanks man. I'm probably going to do some more cannabis complete content, where instead of playing Clone Evolution, I'll be doing a stream dedicated to cannabis material. I was tempted to start off with that right away, but why not work my way into it? I figure there's already a crap load of cannabis channels out there, so maybe expand my viewership with regular material first, and then branch out. Now, if the show gets interrupted, I got some people coming over to my place that are helping to look after, or not helping to look after, helping to assess my uncle, see what kind of shape he's in. Went to the hospital yesterday. Hospital couldn't do anything for him. Don't want to make fun of it, but healthcare in Canada is pretty much you're free to help yourself. Now, most times you're lucky if you get to the hospital and you can get seen. I don't know, this whole situation after the whole world events has been going, but maybe healthcare has improved. Now, not to make fun of the socialist healthcare, to be honest, I was living in Canada during the peak of when our social healthcare was like doing really well. Basically how it went is when you begin socialized healthcare for the first few years, it's a fucking paradise. Because the system hasn't gotten rotten with corruption yet. But then the longer and longer everything's free, more and more people start charging it and abusing the system. And before you know it, you're paying 80% of your wages in income tax and you can barely get a fucking Tylenol or a doctor that can speak the same language. So, I don't know, socialist healthcare, if you can catch it at the beginning, it's fucking great. No, luckily, because when I was a kid, I had some really bad health issues, so it saved my ass. I'm pretty sure if I was around today and had those same health issues, I wouldn't make it. Alright, my points are getting higher. It's not just the points. Now, I was talking to my doctor a little bit about OHIP abuse, and he said it's not even really the doctors abusing it a lot. He said most cases it's patients abusing the system. Like when you don't have to pay for healthcare, you end up going to get checked out when you don't really need to. He said most of his day was like talking to seniors who were coming in who wanted physicals, who had nothing wrong, but they just want to keep coming in for tests over and over and over again. So that's one disadvantage. Yeah, like even during this whole pandemic situation, they were talking about like once people had risks associated with going to the hospital, all of a sudden the hospitals were empty. People are just getting by on their own. Whereas before, the fucking emergency room would have been loaded with people complaining about bruised shins or something. Looks like quite a few people are trying to lower their level today, so hopefully I can use this and ride it all the way to the reward. I think I'm going for, what is it, 1800 and then 2000. Although I've never made the 2000 one before, I have made the 1800 once. One of my previous episodes I showed the slide to prove it. Although the username, if anyone noticed, was different in the corner because I was at the point where I hadn't updated my username in the game yet. And the reason I did that is I wanted to complete the reward first. Because they show like when you're going for rewards, how they verify it's you is they match the username. So if you change the username, it might void your collecting the reward. I don't know if that's the case for every reward, but I think it happened to me in one game once when I was doing rewards, so I'm careful never to have it happen again. It's one good thing about mistakes, right? You fucking learn from them and try not to repeat them. Oh yeah, big shout out to everyone who's been rocking in Mexico today. Heard Mexico had a 7.4 or 7.5 earthquake, depending where you check. I read some of the I Felt It reports, and people said it was pretty shaky. They said that it was more like waves rather than shakes. Something about that it went for 30 seconds or something, and then the aftershocks went for longer. No, I was counting on that happening just because of the whole so many eclipses in 1 month. And the globe has been overdue for some big earthquakes. That Alaska one, big one, was the last one we've had in a long time. Hoping it's just my allergies kicking in for the runny nose. Though my social circle has expanded a lot lately, including people that are working in the COVID wards. So, keeping fingers crossed. Might have to social isolate for a couple weeks again. Which I really don't even care about anymore because I have a fucking pool. So as you shut the planet down for years, I don't care. I heard the Toronto Raptors team has arrived in a practice facility for the NBA season restarting. Praying that goes through. I did get spoiled a little bit about the Raptors winning. Became so accustomed to it. Last year when the Raptors won it all, I was like, it wasn't that great. But now when I'm kind of thinking about it and we lost all sports, like that was fucking amazing that we actually won. Like I've been so into the Raptors, but I've been watching their preseason games since like the Chris Bosh days. That was like back when you couldn't even watch the preseason. They didn't even air most of the games. Alright, so I suppose if I'm going to beat this thing, I'm going to have to skip ahead for some of the videos. I'll let most of the fights play out while I'm trying to vape. But once my hit's done, might as well move on. This battle looks like a bit of a tough one, so maybe we'll watch it. It's basically a copy of my team, minus the best characters. Yeah, I hope everyone's good in Mexico. I was watching one report that said they got a warning telling them about the quake a few seconds before it happened. So everyone, or not everyone, a lot of people got outside before it hit. I guess, or I suppose what happens with earthquakes is you want to be outside of buildings in case they collapse. Fucking sauna in here. Gonna have to crack the window. It's raining quite a bit today, so hopefully I'll get a breeze of some fresh air. Alright, you can see the power levels of the people I'm fighting now are substantially higher, other than the one I just found now. Yeah, shout out to anyone who wants to do a live stream of Clone Evolution. Maybe you're a Clone Evolution player, want to come on to the live stream or do a show. Just put a message in the chat. I'll try to arrange it. As long as you got Skype, it won't be that difficult. I was gonna say, surely I didn't lose my drink. Today's drink is just a mix of like the same one I had last time. Bit of the Tang, or no, Sunny D mixed with Mio and 90% water. It's funny, just 10% of that Sunny D, I can taste the citrus really strong. I'm surprised people drink it at 100%. My teeth hurt just thinking about it. Unless you really need to get a lot of vitamin C. I'm over 1,500. Just doing my job. Now I'm starting to get geared up for doing my vlogging. Pretty much have all the gear I need. It's all arrived. Except for one or two small things. I think I can get by without them. What I'm planning on doing is rearranging my room. Because right now I have some shit in my room that's blocking everything that can use my table space. So I'm going to clean the table. Maybe do a photo shoot of everything on the table first, then clean it so I don't need any of the stuff. I already have the pictures I need. Then I'll have a whole new table. And then with that table, I'm going to set up all my vlogging gear. So, like I noticed a lot of times I get frustrated when I'm trying to vlog. Because I'll wake up in the morning, I'm like, hey, I'm going to go do some vlogging. And I'll be like, oh, in order to vlog, I just got to grab my shit. And then I'll find some of it, but other shit I'll be missing. And then I'll spend half the day just trying to find my vlogging gear. I'm very unorganized. So I figure if I get everything ready that I need for vlogging, have it on a table, so when I wake up and I'm like, hey, I'm going to go do some vlogging, I won't waste any time. I'll be like, when I still have that energy, I'll be like, hey, here's my vlogging gear, let's go do it. So I'm hoping that helps. Yeah, yesterday I wanted to do a video for some of my cannabis stuff. I have a video called How to Make the Ultimate Water Funnel for Hot Knives. I bet you when I make this video, it'll be my first video, mark my words, to reach 1 million views. Just because of how good a device it is. I don't see other people using it. Maybe other people made it and just didn't share that they made it. How we came across it was a few of my buddies and I were doing hot knives, and we decided to make an upgrade to the funnel that we were using. Because you know when you're doing a hot knife, you have to put a bottle over 2 knives, and it's in the shape of a funnel, and you breathe in. But it's usually really harsh, right? Because the hot knives are so hot, and the funnel doesn't add any extra filtration. It just collects the smoke. Hot knives are basically the first dab machine, if no one's ever seen it. Back in my day, we used to have to buy drugs from gangs. Alright, that was a decent battle. The only one thing with this white rhino is when it hits you, it puts you to sleep. But you have a brief period before you get tired, feeling great. Now I think the cannabis oil that I'm vaping is a hybrid. So hopefully I'm getting a little bit of sativa to wake me up. I think when I do a cannabis show, I'm going to do it without the green screen, so I can show everyone what the vaporizer I'm using actually looks like. The algorithm that I have running for virtual green screen just deletes everything that isn't me, no matter what color it is. Sometimes it even goes overboard and deletes parts of me. You see my head sometimes shrinks. I like that. Reduce the elongation. Yeah, did I ever tell you guys the helmet story? It's like I never realized I had a really weird shaped head until I went to buy a motorcycle helmet. Or a mountain biking helmet. Full one for like downhill. So anyways, I got to the bike store. And there's this cool kid who's working there. He knows everything about bikes. I asked him, like, hey man, can you help find me a bike helmet? He's like, sure. He knows all about bike helmets, and they have lots of them. That's their specialty. So I'm saying, hey, do you got a bike helmet big enough for me? I'm like, I'm pretty tall. He's like, oh yeah, don't worry. We got a bike helmet for anyone, unless your head is as big as a freak. So then we come over to the helmets, and he gives me a few to try on. I'm like, hey, give me that big one. I'm going to try it. So I try it, and I'm like, hey, it's pretty good, but it's a little on the tight side. I'm like, could you pass me the next biggest one? And then he gives me this really awkward look, and he's like, sorry, sir, this is the biggest helmet we make. I'm like, oh... It's like, what happened to all that freak talk? It's like, awkward. Yeah, this crime fighter guy is hard to kill. Surprised this team didn't place him in a different location. Holy fuck, is he gonna kill me? He is, too. Son of a bitch. Maybe I've been dying on him before, you guys, and I wasn't paying attention. I think what happens with him is he souped himself up with some sort of dodge. So in the same way that some people do that with the Sword God, they make him impossible to hit. Son of a fuck whore. It's okay. I'll try to make it back up. That's my specialty. Falling down and getting back up again. It's a sign of strength. Resilience. I can't remember who it was. I think it was like George Foreman or something. He was going on about that in boxing. He's like, at his level of boxing, it reached the point where the two fighters really, whoever was going to win was just going to have to keep getting up after a massive beating. So it really didn't matter who was better at giving the beatings. It was who was the one who could get up. Yeah, I was watching some Tommy Morrison boxing fights and I was like, holy shit, man, that's how he fought. Wasn't too many boring fights. Now, I was knocking Justin Gaethje a lot before he went in to fight Tony. Just because his record of getting knocked out is pretty bad. But like he says, he fights in a way where he's going to take chances. He's going to get knocked out in a few fights and lose them. But you'll never get bored watching his fights. And he's never going to fucking just give up and not try. Yeah, credit to how he beat Tony. I really wanted to see Tony fight Khabib. Been dying to see that fight for years. So that's the main reason I really hated Justin and didn't want him to win. But I was worried about Tony even going into that fight with his history. I was checking into him and I found out he had some bad mental issues going recently. Where after his surgery, he was telling people that he believed someone had implanted a tracking chip into his leg so they could find out where he was going. So that's usually not a good sign when we're talking about a fighter who might have like concussion issues. I think even a restraining order from his family at one point because they thought that his concussion syndrome had gotten so bad. So I was thinking, man, it was only a matter of time before Tony was going to collapse. Ah, shit. Played this fucking crime fighter again. Why you guys warn me? That makes me happy though, because I can see that when I upgrade Crime Fighter to Orange, it's definitely going to be an improvement. I could start linking other abilities to him with the D. Oh, that was it. One of the viewers asked me to do a special on DNA. Yeah, so I'll do the next episode on DNA. I think there is a character that I've been souping up lately, and I was hoping to give her some DNA, so that'll be perfect timing. I can give her DNA and do a show about it. Yeah, I'm gonna skip this. I can't watch this. Makes me want to cry. Now, right now, I'm still going for the reward for the amount of wins I get, and I'm also going for the power level reward. I'm gonna fly through it a bit, because man, guys, we're never gonna finish this in time before I gotta go. Now, I promised everyone that I would do a Leyline special during the next big earthquake, but I'm pretty sure this Mexico one isn't even it yet. But I probably will cover it, depending how many aftershocks there is. Like as big as 7.4 is, I'm thinking there's like a 9 coming. Now, Billy Myers, one of the old prophets that I used to like to listen to a lot. He's not even dead, he's still alive. He likes to say Portland. Oh, there's where that crime fighter guy is, eh? I get tricked into thinking I can beat this team because everyone else is level 1. That's Sly. Who is that? The World. That's a good trick, the World. Unless he didn't do that as a trick, he really wanted his team to go down. I wonder, when you're offline like that, does it count towards your wins total? Or it's only attack victories, not defense victories that count. Alright, after this battle, I'm going to go back to the main screen, see what kind of shit we're looking at. I saved up a fucking shitload of those Father's Day tickets. I might not do that today's episode, we'll see how time goes. Alright, let's see what reward I got. But before we do, just a quick message from the sponsor. Today's show was brought to you by Crack! Crack! It'll fuck you up. Alright, thank you, sponsor. Let's go and check that limited event. No further ado. Alright, so I got some more tokens. I've saved up quite a few of these tokens, so it's looking like the next time around I should have enough to go for it. I believe I said I needed 360, so I'm roughly 100 away, because I also have some royal ones. So less than 100 away. I'm pretty sure royal spins still count towards the mission. Alright, what power level did I achieve? I didn't even check. Oh, I almost made it up to 1700. Let's do it, folks. We're almost at the mission reward. How many more wins do I need? I need 16 more wins, too. I'm gonna try to utilize the skip button. Be nice if I could just play her over and over again. Yeah, did anyone else try my trick yet? Put in the comments if you've been using this and you managed to get the reward at a lower level. Or maybe post what level you managed to do it at. Which, this chick is the only one I can beat. Everyone else is way out of my league. Wonder if there was a way I could change my team up so that we could still beat that crime fighter. No, what I used to do is level up that soccer player quite a bit, but I haven't done it recently. Alright, what I'll do is I'll try one more attempt at beating the crime fighter. See if I can beat him. I'll be right back. Yeah, that was the call that I gotta go do a whole bunch of stuff soon. So, looks like tomorrow's episode will be the one. It's like, damn, did I ever get close to doing it? Not really. 1700's not that close. Let's do this. Try Crime Fighter one more time. I'll be right back. Alright. Did we beat Crime Fighter? No, we did not. We kicked our ass again, huh? Well, that sucked. Nah, sorry, the job I was doing outside took a little bit longer than I thought, but made it back as quick as I could. Hoping because I finished the job, I'll have time now to actually do this. Make it up to 1800. Make it worth your guys' wait. No, it's pretty cool. This year's plants, I tried a new strategy. It's not really new, just something I never tried before. Is I had the issue every time I always grew Christmas trees. And what I refer to as that is like a plant that just grows one stem the whole way up. Which is okay, it's fast. But if you want to get more buds, what you usually do is you trim the plant. So now I've gotten into trimming. This year I've got a bush growing. It isn't just a Christmas tree. Now they're very small because I started them earlier in the year, and then I put them out too early and they all died. So then I had to restart over. So this year's plants will be mini ones, but hopefully the following year I'll learn from that mistake. The issue was I kept trying to use greenhouses. Greenhouses are fine when you don't live in a fucking tornado alley. But when you have like hurricane force winds destroying shit, if your greenhouse goes down, it usually takes the plants with it. One day I came to check on my greenhouse to see how it was doing. Not only did it collapse, crushed all my plants, but it filled with snow. So I was like, holy shit. There's a good way to kill your plants. If crushing them didn't do it, the fucking ice sure will. Now I did experiments in Canada to see how long I could use a greenhouse and keep plants going. Oh shit, there was the one I wanted. And I live pretty close to Toronto, so I was skeptical that I could push it anywhere past much through the end of October, because that's usually when we start getting the occasional snowfall. And I was doing a greenhouse. It's just a greenhouse, no extra heat from power sources. So I did that last season, and guess how long it lasted? It kept my plant alive. I think it was till the last week of November, so almost the 1st of December. And it was because I had a sativa going, so it was a really late butter. And the buds just kept growing and growing and growing right till December. It was funny too, because I almost cut the whole plant down, thinking, oh, I'll cut all the buds off, cut it down. No, I just trimmed the top buds off and let the bottom ones develop, and the bottom ones ended up developing bigger than the top ones. So I was like, thank God I didn't just trim them all. And I think the first cycle of bud I trimmed off, maybe it was, September-ish? And I had some indica ones and they were done way faster, like a month sooner. Now I had some bad issues with bud rot, letting my plants go too long with the indicas, so I tried with the sativa not to repeat that mistake. I think I did pick the first batch a little early. Now, growing weed isn't as easy as they say. Surprising amount of things can go wrong. I wish I was able to beat that crime fighter. His power level is the only one reasonable for me to even try. Oh, there was a 14. Or no. For a second I thought I saw a really... Oh, it was. There's my favorite one I was looking for. Anyone keeping track of my power level? Am I getting close to the 1800? Fucking hope so. Now I found out, someone was telling me today, that if you swear on YouTube, you can't be monetized. I was like, that's fucking bullshit. No, still not quite. Not quite 17. Now I kind of doubt that's really true. Someone else was telling me that they only apply that rule to certain channels. So like Joe Rogan can swear and do drugs and everything on his channel, monetize it, or I don't think he does monetize his. Maybe that's why. So that's not too bad of an option. As long as they don't monetize. Wonder if that includes super chats. Yeah, because super chat isn't really money coming from an advertiser, it's coming from the viewer. So if the viewer allows swearing, do you allow viewers, or viewers, do you allow swearing? Fuck you! Just doing my job. Holy shit. Not many teams easy to beat at this power level, eh? Like, why are the teams that are giving me are like over double my power? It's like, could you give me someone at least remote beatable? Ah, there we go. Thank you. Ask and you shall receive. Alright, I'm over 1700. That's fucking getting my excitement up. Too bad I wasn't able to beat that crime fighter. I would have already been at 2000. So really this trick is dependent on who's in your server, right? Maybe some servers are easier than others to do this in. Maybe that's why I had such an easy time doing it in the other server. Which doesn't make sense, because I could have swore the other server was a higher level. Or servers even leveled. Pretty sure it was. And I kind of wish there was someone similar to the same level as me. Maybe I should check some of these other ones. No, I don't think I'm beating that team. Jolly Roger? I think I remember him. Oh yeah, that's death. Come on, let's do this. So this must be why my versus coins have really been going up, because I do these battles quite a bit. Like, I think in Clone Evolution are the ways to generate more battles. This is one of the best. Like, these tickets just never seem to run out. I don't even recall where I get them. I guess I just buy them from the store every time they're for sale. $17.29. Oh, fuck. I wish you could go back one, eh? It's because sometimes I'm clicking it so fast that I just double click by accident. So I'll see the battle that I want and then click skip by accident. Shit, really wish I didn't skip that one. Is that like the last one? Probably keeps giving me that crime fighter one saying, hey, why don't you play it? It's only 500. There it is. Whoop, there it is. $17.35. So really, to beat this, the hardest part is just being persistent. Being able to keep hitting this refresh button, finding a team that's weak enough that you can beat. When you do. Alright, 1740. How much do I go up by each time? I haven't even checked. Oh, only by 5. So 1745. It's probably because the power level of the team I'm beating is so low. Kinda wish you put a few more characters in. Push their power up to around 1 million. 1 million's around the team I like to fight. I don't know about you guys, but it's getting hard to watch this. The flicking of these. So many to go through. This is not an easy thing to do. I'm almost tempted to mix it up and fight Crime Fighter for a change. Sick of fighting the same ones. But it sucks going down in points. It's so hard to go up. $17.50. Alright, 50 away from the reward. Shit, that was sick. Fucking A. Yeah, if anyone else has found an easier way to do this, maybe put it in the chat. Be sick if there was some kind of filter that you could just set so it only show battles within a certain range. Fucking little bug on me. I'm sure he just wants to be friends, but... yeah, this really feels like an endurance test at this point. How many more times can I click refresh? Thank God every time I hit refresh it doesn't use a ticket. Alright, let's look at explore some of these other characters. Let's give this team a fucking try. Just for the hell of it, I gotta fight somebody different. If I found another team I can beat, that'd be sick. Oh, that's what saves Samson, is he hits someone in the rear. So instead of hitting Crime Fighter, he doesn't get poisoned. It was neat how my team appeared like it was going first. But when it came time to actually doing specials, the other team did and just wiped me out. Wish I could have went first. All those yellow speed chips fucking didn't help her shit. Bloody gaping cockhole! Better not yell that too loud during the day. Fuck. It's like I thought that team would be within range, but no. Not even close. Alright, well, let's give this a little refresher. We'll go check the main menu, see what I unlock next. Alright, I got the 120 wins. So those purple potions, that helps a lot. It says the highest I got my power up to was 1755. Fuck, that was close. Would really love to get the 2000 one. That'd be sick. I just need to make my team stronger somehow to do it. Ooh, Peter. Haven't seen him in a while. It's good. Now this is the chick I've been leveling up lately. I figure since she's gold and she's usable, I should try. Man, Symphony guy is so tempting to use. If I boosted him up to level 120, I could be demoing some teams. I'm trying to save up enough for that Bluebeard guy. Fuck! Still not enough. Ooh, only 6 more to go. The reason I wanted to get him, I'll show you. Oh yeah, it's because I needed to upgrade him for this. You can see he's one of the last ones that I didn't get up to purple. So I'll do that with him. I'm hoping if you start to get all the people in order, they'll give you more people. Or different characters. Once you already have all the other ones. Alright everyone, so for the next adventure, let's try it. Damn, we got so close. Alright, if they keep giving me this chick, only have to beat her, what, like 20 times? Oh, it's 20 tokens I go up by. They're helping me out, giving her back-to-back fights. So like, keep going, man, you can do it! Holy shit, am I down to 1730 again? Fuck, that didn't take long to go down. Like, one loss totally screws you. Guess it means I have to keep refreshing and hope I find this chick. Sorry guys, I was hoping to keep this show under an hour, but it looks like I'm not going to have enough time. Rather than quit getting so close to it, I'm just going to go for the long haul. If people want to fast forward to get through it and don't want to watch the skipping, I don't blame you. This is fucking brutal. But I'm doing what I gotta do to win. Winning, it's the ultimate result. Yeah, so that's the plans for my agenda, future projects coming up. Getting my table clean so that I can start vlogging. Have all my vlogging gear ready to go, ready for action. Where would you guys like to see me vlog most? I live near Toronto, so I've got a lot of options in Southern Ontario. Or at least I used to until the whole situation. To be honest, I think the only thing I can go around and look at is stuff in my city. I live in the home of Oktoberfest. New Berlin. Now, our city had a bunch of leftists in the old days that changed our New Berlin to Kitchener. Turns out Kitchener was like some slave driver too. So maybe we'll just keep changing our name every year as things become inappropriate. It's like in the future, people that played video games would be banished. It's like if you played video games, you'll be banished forever from history. It's because video games will kill you. It's horrible. Look what it did to me. Now, some days I'd like to blame video games and drugs, but I think there's more to it than that. Yeah, big shout out to all my new subscribers. Made it up to, what was it? Fuck, I can't remember. I was gonna say 1,000 and something. Like, dear God, I wish. I think it was 670 or 570. Yeah, 570 sounds like it. Yeah, so thanks everyone for helping me inch closer to the 600 mark. It really makes me look forward to thinking like that 1,000 subs within range. It's getting closer every day. Well, not every day. A lot of days I lose subs. Some days it's getting way farther away. Farther and farther every day. Dear God, there hasn't been an easy match in what, a half hour of clicking this? I'm almost at the point of like, hey, I'll just try Crime Fighter. And I'm like, wait, what am I, fucking crazy? He just kills me every time. God, if I just try Crime Fighter, I'll lose all my levels that I just gained. Alright, 1740. They really don't want to give me that last 60. Let's try that trick of going to cross-server arena. Oh, it doesn't count to it. That trick sucks. Not in a good way. I'm really starting to think they're not going to give me anyone within range that I can beat. So I'm going to have to cut this video short. Made it so close, guys. Sorry if you watched it this far and you had to give up. Like, look, it's not giving me anyone even close to who I can beat. I'm saying this and hoping that it'll give me someone. Come on, game, you totally let me down. Fuck, I wonder why I can't beat him. He's only like 10 levels stronger than me. Or 16. So how does 16 levels make him practically invincible? Damn. This Morlock guy seems beatable. Oh God. Holy. think the teams just keep getting harder too. I was hoping refreshing them would make them a little bit weaker. Now let's try Morlack. Maybe I can fuck him up. Have to try something before I give up. Maybe a good freeze will help me win. Fuck. Oh, fuck. God, that's irritating. Freeze his whole team, it didn't matter. My team's still so weak. It's gotta be it's the Wright Brothers guy. He just isn't stunning people anymore. And if he doesn't stun them, he's useless. Alright, my points are back down to 1700 and there's no way for me to go up to 1800, so I'll try again tomorrow, guys. Hopefully that's the video that I can do it. Appreciate everyone for watching. Next video, I'll have a bunch of things I could possibly do. Might do the Father's Day, might do the DNA, and might do the arena. Hopefully it'll be the arena and me beating it and getting that fucking reward. God damn it, I was so close today. Alright, thanks everyone for watching and subbing and sharing. Getting me up to near 600 subs. That's really fucking sick. Appreciate that big time. And if there happen to be any slugs that go by you, spray slug juice into your vaporizer, and that tastes like shit, you can give it a dislike. Make sure you also go down to my links below if you have time for Hideout TV, getting paid to watch TV, different ways to play video games to make money in the links below, so don't forget to check those out. You can be the first person to do it and I'll love you forever. Alright, thanks everyone, and make sure you never buy the products from our sponsor. They'll ruin your life.